There was a sign of Bray Wyatt for the first time in several weeks, so we'll see what the latest is there. We'll also check out the latest with Trish Stratus, Pat McAfee, and much more. Let's start things off with Bray Wyatt. As everyone knows, there's been a big mystery around Bray Wyatt's status in recent weeks. Bray gets put into a Wrestlemania program with Bobby Lashley after Brock Lesnar allegedly turned down the idea of working with him at WrestleMania 39. We then saw just about 3 segments of Bray Wyatt and Bobby Lashley's story coming together and starting up. But then all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt started missing some episodes of Smackdown, and the story with Bobby Lashley had completely vanished just weeks before WrestleMania. That's when the fans started to really worry, and the rumors started to go around about how there could be creative frustration again between WWE and Bray Wyatt. But Fightful came out and straightened up all those false narratives by saying that Bray Wyatt was dealing with a physical issue that was keeping him from being able to compete. And that's sort of where the situation has been left at ever since. But there was one very small hint on a recent edition of SmackDown that could be teasing that Bray Wyatt is possibly close to coming back. During a backstage segment on the March 17th edition of SmackDown, Bray Wyatt's logo sticker can be seen on some of the backstage equipment. Now, this obviously isn't something to absolutely go nuts and lose our minds over. Bray Wyatt's logo being spotted backstage has been something that's happened ever since he first came back to WWE. But the fact that it's still happening and purposely being put on the camera's view is obviously done for a reason. It can be a sign that Bray Wyatt's return is much closer than we think. Or it can just be another sign of reassurance that all of those bogus rumors about Bray Wyatt aren't true, and that he'll be back on SmackDown as soon as he's all cleared to go again. As far as what's actually going on with Bray Wyatt, it's now being reported that he's battling an illness. Reports claim that Bray Wyatt even had a chance to be at the March 17th edition of SmackDown, but couldn't make it due to what he's currently battling. But the Wyatt logo was still shown on screen to let everyone know that he's still with the company for sure. So that's where things stand right now. There's still no confirmed answer on the status of the Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt match at WrestleMania. The reports claim that that match status is still completely up in the air. So with Bray Wyatt now being gone for so long with what he's dealing with, it'll be interesting to see if he comes back in a major fashion. Maybe Bobby Lashley does end up playing another role at WrestleMania, but Bray Wyatt still comes out post-match to continue that feud into the next premium live event. Maybe Bray Wyatt could even return with a new member already by his side, and that could be the cover-up story reason for why he's been away for so long. We also can't forget about Alexa Bliss, who's also loosely tied into all of this. Reports have been claiming that Alexa has been on a hiatus since the Royal Rumble, but Alexa always claps back at every single report that makes that claim and clarifies that she's not on a personal hiatus and how she's ready to go and standing by, how WWE knows where to find her. So that's another factor that could play into Bray Wyatt's future. Alexa isn't hurt or taking personal time off. She's currently sidelined due to creative-related issues. So she's standing by for her return story. All signs that WWE has given us so far appears to be pointing towards Alexa and Bray reuniting, but there's just no timetable for when that may happen. But be on the lookout for Bray Wyatt's return that could be happening real soon once he's cleared and healed from his illness. Trish Stratus has finally returned to the WWE and in-ring action for the first time in a handful of years. She'll be teaming up with Lita and Becky Lynch to take on Bayley and Damage Control. Trish Stratus is even being rumored to be sticking around and facing Becky Lynch later on in the year as well. But Trish recently sat down for an interview with My Mom's Basement, and she expressed to get her own biopic with Freddie Prinze Jr. Trish even said that she's willing to play herself in the biopic since she does have the same acting experience. Trish Stratus even asked the host for their top pick for which actress should play her in the biopic, and they said Margot Robbie. Trish was open to the idea and said that Margot Robbie would be the perfect fit, and it's not like Margot is completely clueless about who Trish Stratus is. Margot Robbie did say that she was a major WWE fan during the early 2000s, which was also the peak of Trish Stratus's career. So there's a real strong chance that Margot Robbie is extremely familiar with Trish Stratus and would do an amazing job if given a role to play Trish Stratus. Trish even spoke about Cardi B. Cardi B has sent out several tweets over the last few years talking about how she used to be the biggest Trish Stratus and Lita fan during her days of watching WWE. So Trish was asked about Cardi's tweets and had this to say about them, quote, "I think it was cool. She was looking at it like a strong female badass. That's who Cardi B is. She grew up on that. Did I influence Cardi B? Maybe. I don't know. But I think it's cool. To me, it's a successful woman in another industry, uplifting another woman and giving that awareness. It's all about that. It's about supporting and uplifting other women because we're stronger as a group. With us all supporting each other and recognizing there's a space for everyone is super important and what really makes us continue to grow." End quote. So Trish Stratus is very happy about the idea of possibly influencing Cardi B to become who she is today. But as far as Trish Stratus goes, it looks like she has a handful of matches to look forward to herself in 2023. And it'll be great to see a legend back at it in the ring. Another big name on the top of rumors lately has been Pat McAfee. Pat has a highly successful sports show. He used to be an NFL punter and even became a full-time WWE Smackdown commentator during the Thunderdome era. Pat surprised everyone with his commentating skills and really brought a whole new unique feel to the commentary table that fans were really digging. Pat even stepped foot into the ring several times at NXT, SummerSlam, and even at Wrestlemania. But he had to step away from WWE due to prior obligations to college football. He then returned at the Royal Rumble and has been seen a few times, but hasn't returned back to his full-time spot in WWE. There's been a lot of rumors that Pat isn't coming back to WWE at all over the uncertainty of who the new WWE owners may be when the company is sold. But Pat did address those reports and rumors and had this to say about his future with the company, quote, "A lot of wrestling chatter about me right now. I think about wrestling every day. That dream isn't done. My business is currently rather active and exigent. Plus, baby on the way. Timing is everything. I still have massive plans for my journey to the WWE HOF someday. Believe that." End quote. So Pat definitely isn't ruling out a future to the WWE in the future and still has plans to make the Hall of Fame one day down the line. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.